everyone, and welcome to Garden to Kitchen from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Today we're going to be looking at potatoes in pots. You might say, well, what's so unusual about potatoes in pots? Well, we're going to harvest from these pots, harvest potatoes in July. This is July the 9th, and these potatoes have been planted for 69 days. Now you're probably wondering, how did I get these to grow so quickly in 69 days? And of course today is July the 9th. Well, I planted them nice and early, and I like to have potatoes in the month of July and August. So what I do is I plant potatoes in pots. I use these 7-gallon potato pots that I got from my neighbor, and I use some potting soil from ProMix potting soil, and I put that in the pot. I put in about 4 inches into the pot, and then I seeded my potatoes. I used Yukon Gold and red Pontiac for my potatoes this year, and they're growing quite well. Actually, they got started. I started them in the basement, and they sprouted in the basement, and then once they came above the soil level, I put them in the basement window. As you probably know, potatoes grow their roots as they get higher and higher, sort of reverse to other plants, or most other plants. So you start them nice and low, and as they start to grow, you keep adding soil until they get nice and tall. And these particular ones, this is one example here that we're going to look at today, and hopefully that we're going to have some potatoes. I think these are Yukon Gold. We're going to look at that and see how many potatoes we from that. So started May the 1st in the basement. When they sprouted, put them in the window, and then when the weather warms up, you take them outside and continue to grow them. And here we are in early July, mid-July, with a Yukon Gold potato, which is a mid-season. That's why they're nice and early, and hopefully we're going to have some Yukon Gold potatoes today for our barbecue. So let's go and take a look. I'm going to push this aside, put this down below, and we're gonna bring this in here. We've had it nice and heavy right now because we've had a lot of rain in Ottawa over the last couple weeks. So the pot's nice and heavy, it's wet. So we're going to cut these away first of all, and we're going to check the pot and see if we got any potatoes. Got to have some potatoes. Oh, there we go. So we got everything removed. Let's take a look inside the pot and see what we have for potatoes. All right. Let's hope we have some potatoes, because this would be very embarrassing. Oh, there's a seed potato. All right, let's take a look. Oh, we have one potato over here. There's one. We'll put that in the bucket, and then we'll count them up afterwards. Oh, here's another one. Wow, look at that potato. Not bad. Yukon Gold. We'll continue to dig here. Yeah, there's another one. Put that one in there. And we're going to dry these out in the house afterwards. There's a small one. And there is a mushy potato, which means that this is the seed potato. It's really, really mushy. We don't need that, so we're just going to toss that aside. And we're going to continue to dig here and see if we have any more potatoes. Look at this. There's one. Ah, here's 4 potatoes. We're doing quite well. There's another one. Another Yukon Gold. Well, I can't get over the size of these. Yeah, doing quite well. There's another one. And look at that. Potatoes. Look at that. There's another potato. Yeah, one here. Let's toast that aside. And let's continue to look in here. There's another one. Oh, there's a seed potato. That's no good. Another small one. Another one here. Oh, look at that. Not bad. Here's a couple more. Oh, our basket's getting kind of full, which is a good sign. Take a look here. Make sure we didn't miss anything. Check this side here. Oh, there's a few small ones. Small ones are quite nice. Ah, there's another one right here. So that's pretty good. So that's, whoops, here's another one. So here we have a basket of potatoes. And this is from growing potatoes in a 7-gallon pot, started on May the 1st. May the 1st. So we're going to have potatoes for July. I'm not too concerned about potatoes for the fall and for Christmas, because right behind me here I have this blue bucket is a 27-gallon potato bucket. And you probably watched me cut the potato barrel in half. That's it there. And I got one down at the far end. I don't think you can see it, but it's the same thing. And the potatoes are huge. And they've already flowered. And I planted them around the end of May. So they're going to be a little bit later than these potatoes here. So I'm going to have potatoes for July and August. And then, of course, later in the fall, I'm going to have potatoes for the fall, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. So that's not a bad haul for one little bucket. And I have 4 buckets like that I put in the window. So I grew them in the basement. What I did is I germinated them in the pot. And once they started to grow, I put them either in the window, south-facing window where they got a bit of sun, or if I tilted them towards the lights where my tomato plants were to get a little bit of sun, and they just kept on growing. And I kept adding soil as they grew and grew. And then it was warm enough in the month of May, I took them outside and watered them again, and they kept up growing. So that was about it. So I ended up with some potatoes in the month of July. So that's pretty good. So I'm really pleased. So I hope you got some ideas. I hope you got some takeaways from this. The takeaways, of course, are use a seed potato, preferably a Yukon Gold or red Pontiac or red Viking, something that has a shorter or medium growing season, so they'll mature much quicker. Put them in pots, plant them May the 1st. Use a little bit of organic sprinkling of bone meal or blood meal or whatever you have in the bottom. And simply put them exposed to a southerly window and get them to grow. And once they've grown, take them outside, and then you can water them, and they'll be taking off before you know it. So I hope you learned something from this. I hope you got some good ideas about growing potatoes for the early months of July and August. And anyway, I hope you watch again. I hope you subscribe to my videos. If you do, I'll send you a notice when the new videos come out. So that's a great deal. And if you have a chance, check out my blog at Garden to Kitchen by GarryCarter.blogspot.com. For actually, I have an excellent recipe for Yukon Gold baked potatoes on my blog. So hope you watch again. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the garden. Bye-bye.